I'd see him sitting on that couch all day long, just staring at that Hollywood hogwash.
Our favorite show was Hollywood Hogwash.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Hollywood Hogwash. I'm Andrew Pisano along with Josh Reese.
What's up? It's high energy. We're ready to go. We are ready to start this hogwash because there's a lot of exciting shit on today's episode.
That's right. And we're up at 4 a.m. recording this for you. That's why the podcast is going to be a little late this week. We had Double or Nothing, AEW.
But we are dedicated servants.
That's right. I might not have a voice when I wake up, so might as well do this now while we still can.
We still can.
So who knows? But so originally we said we were going to do the first two episodes of Obi-Wan. Because of my trip, I was not able to watch them. I did watch Better Call Saul, the mid-season finale, which...
my God.
No spoilers yet, but that was it was easily the most shocking and biggest thing that's ever happened on Better Call Saul.
Yeah, I would like to say one of the bigger things that's happened on TV in general.
Well, yeah, this is where it's like, oh, this is Breaking Bad level.
Yeah, no,
we're in Breaking Bad level.
It pretty much needed its own episode to breathe in, anyways. You know, it would have felt kind of rushed.
I can't wait to talk about it. So let's get through the news and rumors, the Hollywood hogwash, so we can talk about the best show on TV right now. But again, first, the hogwash. So the Thor Love and Thunder trailer came out during one of the NBA playoff games. It was at halftime, I believe. It's the only reason why I was watching the game. I was watching the game. I mean, not really. I was working on the computer. I had the game on because I wanted to see the trailer live. I was that hyped for it. I wanted to see Christian Bale, and he did not disappoint.
He was a ghastly motherfucker.
This guy is so amazing. He makes me care about movies so much. Everything he does 150% every single time.
Right.
The guy is just one of the best actors ever.
It almost makes me, I don't feel as bad knowing that he's abusing lighting people and stuff like that. Considering listen, I'm sure this performance that he's going to give in Thor Love and Thunder is going to be great.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite actors.
Oh my God.
Just in general.
He's top 5. He might even be top 3 for me.
Yeah.
That's another top 5 we could do one day. I could probably do it right now, but yeah, we'll save it. Taika Waititi said, I think this is the best Marvel villain yet, and he could be. He's that good.
We all like Josh Brolin, but
Thanos, yeah.
But Christopher Bale in every character that he plays, Bale, he plays like a dark character. He has that darkness inside of him that he can tap into that really brings a lot.
The reason why I think he is maybe the best is because there's not one performance in any movie where you're like, oh, well, he was actually a lot like his other character in this movie.
Right.
No, he's a different person.
He brings a good take to each character.
Watch The Dark Knight where he's Bruce Wayne, he's Batman, then watch American Psycho, then watch the trailer for this. Go watch The Machinists where he's skinny as fuck. Go watch Ford versus Ferrari, The Fighter. Mm-hmm. He's a different character every time. But you would be like, how is this the same person?
Just look at this guy. He looks ghastly.
Looks terrifying.
He looks terrifying, and I imagine he's going to be dark.
Oh yeah. Well, it's funny because it seems like this movie's going to start light.
Mm-hmm. And then this guy's just going to start fucking
really
people up.
Dark. And there is a fan theory. You saw in this new trailer how Korg is telling children the tale of Thor. Mm-hmm. Why would he be telling children the tale of Thor if he's alive?
Thor might be passing on.
He might be over.
Might be.
Right? Because all the other Avengers, the main ones... Captain America, Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., Scarlett Johansson, they are all gone. They all got killed off. Mm-hmm. And Mark Ruffalo's like, whatever, I don't care. But like, you know, and Hawkeye's still there, but he's not really I mean, it's Jeremy Renner, but still.
Right.
So maybe he's like, yeah, I've done 4 Thor movies. I've been Thor in 10 movies.
Well, and plus they're bringing a new Thor in.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and this guy is the God Butcher. So, I mean, that title alone makes you think that he's fucking someone up.
Well, everyone thinks he's going to kill Zeus, who's played by Russell Crowe.
For sure.
Which, God, that scene where he flicks Thor's clothes off and he's completely naked and all the women faint because they love his cock. That was a funny scene.
You flick too hard.
But I can't wait. I'm just afraid it's going to be dark and
Like
Thor might die.
kind of like how this Obi-Wan, how they said it had to get rewritten because it's just too dark.
Right.
And we really haven't until Doctor Strange. There really hasn't been like a very dark Marvel movie. You know.
Right.
Endgame was dark on its own level, but it was still kind of fun and it was like a fancy romp and everything.
Right.
But like, you know,
Had a couple dark moments. But
had dark
still,
moments, but like Doctor Strange was just dark all the way through. But you know, this God Butcher character, he looks like he's going to be a terrifying villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks amazing. Can't wait to see it. July, right? July something.
July something.
Yeah. All right. So the trial, the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial, the jury is now deliberating.
Finally over. Well, I guess
they didn't reach a verdict yet, right?
But we're done listening to the bullshit. There's no new evidence that's going to be, found.
I think most likely it'll be a hung jury, or they'll just like where they throw out the case. It's like, well, they can't agree. I really think so.
Which would be a shame.
Because in the end, it really is hearsay.
Right.
The only evidence they have was Amber admitting that she punched him. But it's all hearsay. Now, granted, there's no proof that he beat her.
Sure.
They've proven that she's lied. She's perjured herself quite a few times.
In the while it might not be a win for Johnny, in the eyes of the public, it has been a win for Johnny, and it's been a win for him personally
there are
because
still
the Pirates franchise has said they want him back in.
Yeah, but he doesn't want it because he felt like they betrayed him because they did.
But I think overall,
but there's still dumb people out there that still have no clue about any of this, and they just think Johnny Depp's guilty.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
So either way, it still damaged his reputation forever in the eyes of many.
To some, but I think a lot of people, I think some of the stuff in the case has just been enlightening. What kind of rational person takes a shit on another person's bed?
Right.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I've been mad at a lot of women in my life. Never punched any of them. But I've also never taken a shit on anyone's bed.
No.
You know?
Why would you?
Right.
But look, O.J. Simpson was acquitted, but of course everyone fucking has their opinion of him because we know he fucking did it.
That was different. That was a lot different.
But still, I'm just saying it doesn't really matter what the outcome is. People are going to have their opinions and stick to it.
Yeah.
So we'll see if his movie career ever comes back. We'll see. Yeah. Also, Top Gun Maverick, which we'll review next week, I think.
Ooh, next week's going to be a big episode.
Yeah. Top Gun Maverick had the highest grossing debut in Tom Cruise's career, making $151 million.
Get the fuck out of here.
Domestic over the weekend.
Wow. The biggest of his career?
Yeah.
Bigger than Mission Impossible's? That's crazy.
Well, Top Gun is most people's favorite Tom Cruise movie.
I love Top Gun. Can't believe you've never seen the first one.
I'll see
but
it.
I mean, it was really good. Well, you're definitely going to see the second one.
Yeah.
But I've heard
maybe the weekend. I don't know. It just depends. Next week is a lot.
I haven't heard people say it was good or bad, but I've heard people say it is amazing to see in a movie theater. Apparently, the graphics and all that shit is just stunning.
I'm sure.
That's
the best thing about Tom Cruise movies.
Yeah, that's very true.
Is the action is entertaining. It's very well done. Also, Disney Plus announced that season 3 of The Mandalorian will premiere in February of next year.
Rap horn?
Sure, why not? Yeah.
Come on, I'm excited.
Oh, God damn it.
We get some Sasha Banks in here. I'm fine. We get to figure out what we get to. Well, yeah. Well, she has her time freed up now.
Yeah.
We get to see what happens with Grogu. Now that he's wearing like the chain mail, get to
Where
see
do they go next?
Where do they go? What's happening?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Also, this is strange. There's a Winnie the Pooh horror movie currently being made.
We will not be seeing that movie.
Did you see the images?
No, I don't want to see the images now.
Look.
Oh, god damn. Why did you make me look at
that.
Jesus.
That's fucking weird.
Looks like a live action Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I think it's just a guy in a Winnie the Pooh mask.
Why did people
I don't
do
know.
this?
Apparently it's called Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey. How did they get the rights unless this is a prank? How did they get the naming rights to make this a movie?
It's called Winnie the Pooh.
Like was the trademark up and some studio bought it?
Jesus. Oh, what other Winnie the Pooh characters are there? There's Tigger. There's what's the slow donkey?
The sleepy one.
Eeyore.
Yeah.
Eeyore. God.
He's depressed. He probably kills himself in this movie because that's what he always...
Yeah, I can't do it, Pooh. Yeah. I can't kill anybody else, Pooh.
Right.
I'm gonna murder myself.
Oh my god! Pooh killed Tigger, and then he forced him to help him bury the body, and Eeyore's like, no,
Pooh, this is dark shit, man.
Right. So yeah, we'll see what that's like.
Fucking
I'm curious to see the trailer because I'm sure it's probably terrible.
I don't want to see. I'm sure it will be.
Also, Dominic Toretto's family just got bigger.
Well, his family is always growing. But do you mean his actual family?
Well, Dominic Toretto's the character.
Okay, the movie family. I got you.
90-year-old actress Rita Moreno will be playing Vin Diesel's mother in Fast 10. Welcome to the family.
He's never had a mom before.
This is the role of a lifetime.
You know what?
You are destined to play this character because Dwayne Pussy Johnson won't come back.
Well, I'm hoping this mama actually beats some sense into him.
Yeah.
Because maybe that's what this family needs is some structure. Right. There's never any structure because Dom's been the head of the family. So now we need this mama to start wisecracking and cracking the whip. Getting all these guys into shape. Jesus Christ.
She's probably going to drink Coronas with them at the end of the movie.
Probably, yeah.
Also, reality star Todd Chrisley of Chrisley Knows Best, or as I would always call it when it came after Raw, Chrisley Knows Dicks.
Right. Apparently he knows them.
Yes.
Well.
And this is in the most least shocking news of all time. He's been accused of having a gay affair with a business partner who helped him commit fraud. And apparently the trial is going on right now. And apparently the scorned lover tipped off the feds to Chrisley's crimes after Chrisley ended the affair. So yes, Chrisley knows them dicks.
His crimes against cinema, and what did he do? Did he have them just watch the TV shows?
Probably. But when it first came out, I was like, this is the show, right? It's a gay man who's married to a woman and has a family, but they don't know he's gay, and he doesn't know he's gay, or he's hiding the fact that he is.
So strange. That was the weirdest TV show. Whatever. The grandma was a wisecracking grandma.
My mom loved it, and I would like berate her. My mom watches reality shows. I'm like, how do you watch this shit? And then she's like, how do you watch wrestling? And I'm like, good point. Damn it.
Point counterpoint, mom.
She fucking got me. I don't know what to say. Yeah. So I guess we'll see what happens.
Jesus.
In that trial. And then my last thing I have is sad because Ray Liotta passed away in his sleep in the Dominican Republic at the age of 67. I don't think there's a cause of death yet, but they said, he died in his sleep. And R.I.P. to one of the greats, man, because he's the star of my favorite movie ever. He's the star of Goodfellas.
I thought you were going to say Field of Dreams.
Well, that's a good movie too. But yeah, good. I mean, that's a tough one.
Right. Yeah, no, I did enjoy him from that character. I enjoyed him from Field of Dreams too. But, I didn't really know him. He wasn't my favorite.
No, you didn't know him?
No, I'm just saying, like, I didn't know him as, like, a great actor. He was good, but, I didn't love him on the same level as you did.
Sure.
But, I'm sure.
I mean, look, he did a lot of bad movies too, don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. He was probably the best part of the fucking Sopranos movie.
Kevin Costner wrote, devastated to hear the news of Ray Liotta's passing. While he leaves an incredible legacy, he'll always be shoeless Joe Jackson in my heart. So sad.
It's rough. R.I.P. Ray Liotta.
R.I.P.
You have anything?
I don't have anything this week. I saved up all my energy for our next topic.
Oh my God. Better Call Saul, the mid-season finale. Here we go. That's how I felt the last 5 seconds of this episode.
I really feel like we need to play Howard's final monologue. I mean, that's just how good it was.
Yeah.
It was so good. And then I know we're going to get to it, but then his just so innocent, like, who are you?
Right.
Like, oh no, like, we knew exactly who he was.
Well, it was so great because he walks in and he's acting like a badass. Even though he lost, he's like, I know it was you guys. Why the fuck do you hate me so much? You guys are pieces of shit. Right. So he's having his moment. Mm-hmm. And then Lalo walks in.
Oh, who are you?
Yeah.
I'm just here to talk to my lawyers.
Right. And look,
and Howard's like, get better lawyers.
I was telling you about this, like off the show because like I don't understand where this is leading to with the whole fucking with Howard. Mm-hmm. Like, what's it going to lead to? And all that shit with fucking with Howard, all of that led to Howard showing up at their apartment.
Right.
And that's what Vince Gilligan does the best is like he'd make so many, it's like this, the
so
cause
many
and effect.
Breadcrumbs.
The cause and effect, like he did this, which led to that, which led to this, which led, you could go as far as saying Chuck being a shitty brother to Jimmy is why Howard is dead.
Put everything into motion.
Because Jimmy hated Howard only because he thought Howard was the one against him when it was really his brother. And even when he found out it wasn't Howard, he still had all that hate towards him anyway.
Right. It's just, well, and also...
This episode, it might be the best episode.
It was
of
really
Better
good.
Call Saul ever.
For sure. But I mean, like, also all the breadcrumbs that Vince led throughout the year was just to get us to kind of start rooting for Howard.
Right.
Really start emotionally investing in Howard. Like, come on. Like, I wish you wouldn't push him so much. Like, and then last week when we had the scene with his wife, and his wife just give two fucks.
Well, do you remember what
him.
you texted me after I told you, like, yeah, I watched it? Because I thought it was great.
Oh, what did I text?
You said Howard got kicked in the nuts by everyone in that room and then got shot in the head.
Right.
It's like he did.
So
That's the worst day ever.
So bad. He just kept on. He got kicked in the nuts by Chuck.
Yeah.
He got kicked in the nuts by Jimmy. Kicked in the nuts by Kim.
Right.
He was, and then he just got so killed. And
he got so killed.
So killed. Sorry.
As killed as you could be.
As killed as you could be. And I rooted for Howard. I wanted him to get over on Jimmy.
Well, once he finally died, I was like, oh, poor Howard.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Because his wife's not caring.
This is what Vince does good. He makes you feel shitty. Yeah. He loves to make you feel like shit.
This is on the same level to me as Hank dying. When Walter was like, Hank!
I don't think it's that.
I think it's on the same level. For me.
Hank is more likable.
Well, for sure. But I mean, just like, you didn't really see it until the end.
Yeah.
And like here, I didn't see it until as soon as Lalo walked in. Like, Vince got me. Yeah. He got me, dear God.
Yeah, and you knew it was, it's like you knew, but you didn't want to believe that it was going to happen. But it was like, yeah. And then he just slowly puts the silencer on. Mm-hmm. And Howard just stands there because in real life, that's what regular people do.
Yeah.
Howard might take boxing lessons, but it's like what Ra's al Ghul told Bruce in Batman Begins. Like, anger doesn't change the fact that your father failed to act. The man had a gun. Would that stop you? I've had training. The training is nothing. Will is everything. The will to act. I love that line. I love that fucking monologue.
The will to act.
The will to act. Yeah. So great. Anyways, let's start at the beginning. This whole episode was great. I love the chaos around the reshoot with Jimmy, Kim, the actor, the college students.
Oh my God! Yes, it was great. She was dressed as an elf.
Yeah,
you got the J.J. Abrams guy.
Oh my God, that's
doing
perfect.
His class. No, you can't touch the equipment.
Is that the first time anyone's called him J.J. Abrams? Because that's pretty good.
Is
I
it?
like that.
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, what a dick.
Yes.
He's like, you can't touch this camera because you're a piece of shit, and I'm
Professor
awesome.
Willie said that I could.
And it's like, yeah, that is film students for you. Yeah. That is like those
total
assholes. I had to deal with some of them.
So sad.
I liked the last mention of Chuck. Like Howard got sentimental about Chuck when he taught that intern.
Right.
Which I didn't know that. Now I know. Not to shake it, but to turn it after you drop it so that there's no explosions. And he's like, Chuck would do it every time, even if the soda can didn't fall, because he was about minimizing, or what did he say?
Always being in control.
Always being in control. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
It was always being in control of the situation. I love that.
But it's, it's so weird
that also reminds you that Chuck has tics and he's mentally ill as well. That he has to do certain things every single time.
Very true. Like those crazy people that have to do 3 things in a row.
I wonder if that's one of those things where like Chuck just believes it, but it's not real. Like that doesn't really do anything. Because it's Chuck.
Right.
Chuck believed a lot of bullshit. That's funny.
Very true.
You know what? I don't even want to know. I want it to be a mystery. I'm never going to Google it. Don't tell me. I don't want to know.
But I just love how he looks up at that picture so longingly, and Chuck just looks so stoic, and he still looks angry in that photo. Right. He looked like it was a ghost, like that Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Yeah.
The painting. Where the eyes follow you.
The brooding painting in Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Right.
That's what Chuck reminded me, hanging on the wall.
Totally.
And just Howard just sitting up there, just like so in awe.
And it's like, no matter what Howard does, you just can't beat Jimmy. You can't. No one can.
Well,
Jimmy was using Howard's PI against him.
God,
brilliant.
That reveal, that 2 seconds of TV screen when he flew, I legit said, God damn it.
The only thing I want to know is how did Jimmy know that PI... Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, they explained it.
They did?
Yeah. So what happened is apparently someone called in to the lawyer's office and updated their phone records saying like, oh, our company has updated, you want our new phone number for our PIs. And he's like, okay, yeah, we'll take our new phone number. So when they called the new number, that was the number that they called was Jimmy's guy. So Jimmy was in it the entire goddamn way.
And a PI is only as loyal as to who's paying him more.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Well, it might not even be that. It just might be one of Jimmy's guys.
Maybe.
Yeah. So, I mean...
I'm sure he still had to pay him more than what Howard was paying him.
It was classic. Well, maybe not. Maybe he was just getting double money.
Yeah.
Because Howard was paying him too.
The Sandpiper meeting was amazing. Like, it's right up there with the trial where Chuck was on the stand. Mm-hmm. And he made that long speech about how he's not crazy, and they're all like, "Nah, I think you're crazy."
Right.
Like, he did the opposite of what he was trying to do.
When the judge walks in, he's like...
The mediator. Howard's face when the mediator walked in was fucking priceless.
Like the gall of this motherfucker to walk in this room.
And then he's like, bring me the photos. Carol, bring me the photos. And the PI switched the photos to Jimmy. Because I was like, why is he filming himself bribing the mediator for Howard to see? That makes no sense. And then he gets the photos, and it's Jimmy handing someone back their Frisbee. And the guy he handed the Frisbee to had a mustache, like the mediator. A big, long mustache. But he was a skinny guy.
Well, it was the other guy in their crew. That big old tall doofy dude.
What crew? The camera crew?
Yeah, in the camera crew.
Oh, yeah, okay. And he put on a fake mustache.
Mm-hmm. But the thing that I want to know, and I don't want to kind of look it up either because I kind of want it to be left to magic, is that of course, like the eyedropper stuff was to give Howard the
look like he's on drugs.
Pupils.
Yeah,
but I'd love to know because I've watched it 2 or 3 times when the PI was in the office, and I didn't see a moment where he was switching the photos. So I'd love to know if there's a technique that maybe gives you like one image, but like after a while,
No, that's not. They weren't saying anything like that.
Well, I don't know. It's just
could have just switched. Like Howard maybe got coffee. We didn't see a scene where he switched it. Obviously, we can't see that scene beforehand. Otherwise, this wouldn't be as funny.
Sure. It was a great scene.
So they all think he's on drugs. He runs out of the room, and the old lady is like, "Is this how these usually go?"
That made me laugh so much.
Amazing. But in the end,
right?
Oh, go ahead.
Well, no, it's just like so. Howard's in the hallway talking with Davis and the guy from Davis and Maine, and he's like, "No, I'm gonna go prove it." So fucking just runs up and
just like what Jimmy did to Chuck.
Mm-hmm.
Like the plans are so insane that no one believed Chuck, but Chuck was right.
Right.
No one believed Howard, but he was 100% right on the money.
Exactly.
But they're like, this is too crazy. No one would go to these lengths. No one's that fucking crazy. Well, Jimmy McGill is. Well, Saul Goodman is.
The other thing is that I cannot believe that the guy from Davis and Maine didn't believe Howard because of all the crazy shit that he saw Jimmy do.
Right.
Jimmy was playing the goddamn accordions in his office.
Right.
And he's like, "Oh, well, you play the guitar. Why can't I play the accordion?"
But even if he believes it, everyone else in the room doesn't.
Sure. Right.
So he would just seem like another lunatic, like
right.
Howard.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so no one believes, Cliff doesn't believe him, and he forces Howard to settle the case. And then we see Jimmy and Kim like start having sex while listening on the call.
Badass.
Yeah.
Badass. I felt bad in my heart for Howard because he's going slowly insane. But I mean, that was a pretty boss move, to be honest.
Yeah. Now we have Lalo, played by the amazing Tony Dalton, who needs to be the next big star in Hollywood.
Oh, for real.
Because this guy is fucking believable.
I mean,
he's unbelievable. This guy is so good. He was so good in Hawkeye. He's better in this show, obviously, because his character's better.
For sure.
But man, is he fucking badass. He really knows how to spy. He's fucking sleeping in the sewer.
Jesus.
And then going to like gas stations to shower. That's dedication, man.
That video that he was taking for Don Eladio.
Yeah.
Just like it's so cool and casual. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go hop in
I'm gonna kill all the men.
Kill all the men, and then I'll show you. And then we'll see what's what.
Right.
Like, oh, Jesus Christ, he's so amazing.
But I wonder at what point was Don Eladio like cool with Gus cooking meth? You know? Because by the time they did Breaking Bad, like Gus didn't have. I guess he had to, I don't know, bring him the tequila and kiss his ass a bit.
Right.
I think he did bring him the.
I think he was only cool with it because of all the money that he was bringing in.
Of course.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, Lalo calls Hector and he realizes that Gus is tapping Hector's phone and he's like, "Fuck!" Now he knows I'm here. So he calls back to throw Gus off, and he has most of the men at the laundry go to the safe house to protect Gus. And then, we don't see him go in there, huh?
No,
because
he changes his plans. He's like, okay, I've got to do something else.
Right.
So that's when
Howard. That's when Howard shows up to Jimmy and Kim's apartment, and again, he just wants to know why they hate him so much.
And as an audience, so do we.
Yeah.
I want to know, like, what...
And this is, like, really the point where I'm like, yeah, he really didn't deserve all that.
No, it kind of felt like, I mean, what did Howard do? Did he kick an old gypsy woman in a different life? You know, I felt so bad. So bad. You know, he's sitting there trying to get the upper hand.
Not to mention the best part, because Jimmy and Kim are watching a movie. There's a knock on the door, and you think it's Lalo.
I'll be honest. I knew it was Howard.
Really?
I didn't think it was Lalo.
Well, but you're supposed to. Like, I mean, whatever, fine. But as the audience, I think you're supposed to, because you know Lalo's there, and you're afraid. And then you hear the knock, and, and it's like, oh, fuck, that's not good.
But even Jimmy and Kim were like, kind of making fun, like, oh, this is definitely going to be Howard.
Yeah, because they think Lalo's dead, or at least Jimmy does.
Well, they deep faked out a lot.
That's why it fooled me. I'm sure it fooled a lot of people. They all thought Lalo was walking in. But then Lalo walks in a few minutes later, just casually puts the silencer on, shoots Howard in the head. His head, that's not bad enough. He gets shot in the head, then his head hits their table.
Breaks his neck.
Breaks his neck.
And then you're left wondering, how does Kim not get murdered?
Any new thoughts on how this ends?
No. They defake me.
You still think Kim dies?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Oh, well, then you change your mind.
I changed my mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe Kim flees after witnessing a murder.
Maybe.
She's like, I've had it with this fucking place, and Jimmy, you're always like,
I'm going to go
too
back
much.
to Nebraska and help my mom type of shit.
Right.
Whatever.
But we have... I mean, I guess technically now it's 5 weeks, but see you July 11th for the final 6 episodes.
6 episodes.
They just
left.
showed Saul's apartment, like empty apartment. Did you see that part?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like the little preview, it just shows his apartment and it's empty, but you hear Jimmy say, so in the end, it's a happy ending. And that's all we know.
It's not a happy
I have no clue what's going to happen.
It's not going to be a happy ending. You know, I wonder how they're going to tie the Lalo loose end up.
Yeah.
Because I imagine Lalo's going to try to get Jimmy and Kim to help him get in touch or, you know, get the upper hand on Fring. Because that's what he's always trying to do. He's trying to get the upper hand on Fring.
Well, the other thing is Lalo. Remember a couple episodes ago, Gus hid that gun in the meth lab.
No, I don't remember that.
It was very brief, but he goes down the meth lab alone and he hid a gun in the meth lab. So
you're thinking that he might finally show him the meth lab
and then kill Lalo, solidifying Gus as a badass. Because right now he's a little pussy. So you have to solidify Gus as the alpha because Gus wins this fight. Right, we know that. And Lalo's not in Breaking Bad.
Right, and we have to find a way for him to instill fear into Mike to make Mike loyal because Mike has been testing Gus kind of this whole time.
Right.
And like the only thing we've really seen Gus do in Better Call Saul is order his stooges to, you know, kill.
Yeah.
You know, that's it. We haven't really seen him get his hands dirty.
Right.
But, you know, he's got to do something. You know? True. We got a lot of things to kind of wrap up here. I mean, what happens with HHM? I mean, I imagine they have to do some type of, you know, stuff with HHM.
Yeah.
So many things.
Maybe they take over all their clients. Although Saul's clients are always shady. They're not big time clients anyway. And yeah, we still don't know what Walter and Jesse are going to do when they show up. We don't know what that's going to be. We don't know, but I love that I've no clue. I think the Gus killing Lalo in the meth lab makes sense. But we know this show likes to make you think one thing and then the other thing happens. I never expected Howard to die.
I didn't expect him to die either.
You didn't. That's why the show is so great.
Yeah. No. Oh.
And to make it all make sense, it's just fantastic. It's really fantastic. All right.
Good shit this week.
Great shit. On to fan questions. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Lord.
Excuse me. Luis Vasquez. Hey, guys.
4 a.m. blues.
These are my top 5 personal favorite movies, not just the best in the world, just my faves.
Okay.
Number 1, They Live, starring Roddy Piper.
Never saw it.
Still have to see that.
That's the one where he says chewing bubble gum, but I don't have any.
I've come to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum. So They Live. Talladega Nights.
That's a good one.
Blade 2.
Not Blade 1.
Blood In and Blood Out.
That's a gangster movie?
What is that one?
It's a gangster movie. About Mexicans?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I've never heard
it's
of
that. It's a Mexican thing. We understand it.
And then Evil Dead 2. That's a great movie.
That sounds scary.
It's more like it's Sam Raimi. You know, that's how he got famous with Bruce Campbell and all that. Ezzy, we'll get to your Obi-Wan questions next week. Just send it in again. Sorry. Amir, in honor of Ray Liotta, can we get a Goodfellas review soon? I forget. Did you see Goodfellas?
I did see Goodfellas. It was good shit.
Yeah. Jason Deere, I'm not sure if it's common knowledge, but did you guys know that Kill Bill is supposed to be a movie in the Pulp Fiction universe, and that the bride in Kill Bill is actually played by Mia Wallace, Uma Thurman's Pulp Fiction character? It blew my mind when I found that out. Yes, I did know that.
That was complete gibberish.
Tarantino said that in interviews, and he's also been like, yeah, in Pulp, like Kill Bill is the type of movie that the characters in Pulp Fiction would go to see in the theaters.
Is it also in the Hateful Eight?
No, because there's a scene in Pulp Fiction where she tells John Travolta about the pilot she filmed. and she was the deadliest assassin on Earth with a knife.
Okay.
And there were like 4 other female assassins like her.
Okay.
So, yeah. P.S. R.I.P. Howard. Are you happy now, Andrew? No, I'm not. I feel terrible.
And this was a man that didn't like Howard.
It's true. He said, PPS, you guys pronounce it Gillian. It's actually Vince Gilligan. Okay, fair enough.
Really?
Thank you
Gilligan?
for correcting us. Pop Culture Junkie, that's Obi-Wan. We'll talk about it next week. Sorry. The Rizzler, who you calling if you ever need a lawyer? Vinny Gambino from My Cousin Vinny. Saul Goodman. Or Camille Vasquez, Johnny Depp's rocket of a lawyer. I mean, she's smoking. But if I want the best defense, Saul Goodman.
Saul Goodman, you bury Vinny and you fire.
Yeah, I mean, if it's an F, Marry, Kill, this is a totally different,
totally
different answer.
Yeah, you fuck Aaron Brill, you marry Aaron Brill, and you kill whoever.
Raj says Matt Murdock. At least he'll protect me from bricks. That is true.
That's true.
Carlos Ramirez, will you review upcoming animated movies, maybe Lightyear and DC Super Pets? Not really into that.
I told Andrew I think we should do Lightyear.
Maybe if there's nothing going on that week. I don't know.
DC Super Pets, not really interested in. But Lightyear, listen, if Andrew thought that the last movie we saw wasn't going to be good, ended up being really good, he doesn't think that Buzz Lightyear is going to be any good. I think it's going to be good.
We'll see. I don't know. Kyle Foxon, do you think it's possible that the Kim Saul timeline runs into the Breaking Bad timeline? Could she have been advising on Walt and Jesse with him? I doubt it. That doesn't really make... I don't know.
No, I don't think so either. She's in North Dakota. Witness protection, maybe.
Same as Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all the fans' questions and comments. I know it's a short show, but it is 4 a.m. here, so please forgive us. Until then, make sure you subscribe to the podcast wherever you're viewing us. Follow the show on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Hollywood Hog Pod. And next week, we'll be reviewing, I think it's the first 3 episodes of The Boys and the first 3 episodes of Obi-Wan. So that's a big show.
And Top Gun.
And maybe Top Gun. We might have to push that another week just because that's a lot.
It's a lot.
We'll see. See you next week.